As an attacker, you should always break these doors. This is general knowledge that you should follow every single time you're playing Summit. There, you've received some value from this video. You could click off, but now aren't you curious? Don't you want to learn more about this map? And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. As a Immortal 2 coach, I'm gonna tell you my ideas about this map, the most important things, what you should do more, what type of characters, what type of positions you should be playing, and the strategies you should be following, and of course the general plays that you should be doing, like closing these doors. Whenever a new map comes out, I always like to compare it to the previous ones. If you take a look at Summit, and then you take a look at Corrode, you can see that it's actually quite similar. There's middle, and from middle you can actually split sides. You can see the same thing in Corrode. You have this very big middle from which you can pressure sides. In Corrode, the strong strategy was to go mid and pressure enemies from both lanes, because if you don't do that, you will just very easily let your enemies, which are defenders, to just hold you down, and just pushing in through one choke point is not optimal, especially for higher rank. Another reason why it's so good to go mid for attackers is because of how quickly defenders can rotate. I didn't feel this at first whenever I was just checking the map out, but as soon as I got into the game, I noticed how quickly a defender can literally rotate to another side and defend. You can prevent that by taking some control middle, like here or here, and then splitting the side. Another reason why you should be going mid as attackers is because if you go 5 stack down rush B main, which is what my teammate suggested, quote unquote saying was that it's a new map, enemies don't know how to play it, we should rush down a side. Like, here's the truth, and he was somewhere like under the table, you know what I mean? There are just so many crossfires that attackers have to go through, and even if they do get through those crossfires and somehow get on the side, they will always be pressured by the guy playing super safe here, and he can just continue to throw mollies, continue to just shoot, peek, just so much pressure. I'm tired of being an attacker. What do I do as a defender? If I had to give you one quick idea what to do as a defender, that would be to protect links or play in links yourself. Let's say we have attackers and they would like to push a side, and they don't know that they should be playing mid in Summit, the new map. You can absolutely abuse these links, like playing here or playing here. I mean, just look at it. Let's say they smoke you off. You can spam all of this line while they're coming off, or just one little angle, and you will probably do so much damage. Now, here's a funny thing. If you look at B site, you can once again compare it to a previous map, which is Sunset. They literally took the same box that's in the middle here, turned it 90 degrees, and they called it a new map. What does this mean for you as a competitive player? Basically, I've already explained that just like in Sunset, whenever you get smoked, you can just stand here and spam through the smoke, and you basically are doing your job as a defender. You should be doing the same thing in Summit. Chill here, you get smoked, you spam along the line, and you're good. Another reason why it's so good to play in links is because if anyone does decide to go into this open area, finally passing through side, it takes one ability, like a Phoenix Flash, Breach Flash, KO Flash, one stun, one aftershock, right? And all of these enemies get cooked. Spamming here is also super strong, just keep that in mind. Happy, why the hell are we closing these doors? Well, if you don't close these doors, enemies, in this case defenders, are just gonna have so much weird shit. First of all, they can hold you with an operator, but that's useless. They can hold you with an off angle, right? If you're coming out like this, like, where are you gonna be looking? You have to be afraid of this, random angle here, checking left, checking this, checking behind the box, checking side, and then there's gonna be a random guy holding you heaven with an off angle because you didn't close the door. Another thing, he can always throw unlimited mollies. Imagine I am a molly character. Let's take someone like Breach. A super strong flash on top here, shoot anyone that's on site, or he can first aftershock and then flash you so that you would have to walk into the open. If you don't close the door here, I mean, really, you're just gonna let this guy chill here while you walk onto site, hoping not to get shot. One flash, you're all blind. I mean, it's just incredible how I mean, bro can stun everything. and just fight off of the stun. That's why you always want to close the door. Just close the damn door. Now, when you take a look at A site, I see a completely different part of the map. Like, you really cannot see anything similar on any other map. I feel like if I had to compare it to some part of the map, it would be something like Lotus C site or Pearl B site, but there would be an extra tunnel right here that enemies can shoot you from and hide, right? Imagine there's an enemy here and he can peek out and fight you with. That's cancer. That's why attacking A site is super, super hard. Always go mid as an attacker, because enemies are gonna try to like pressure mid. As a defender, if you can get an operator online, you are chilling. There is this weird angle all the way down here, which I'm gonna show you in 1 second, which you can hold with an operator. Actually, in my Immortal 2 lobbies, or I have no... well, we don't really have a real rank yet, but there were some... Like, you can... Like, we were destroyed. Brother was just chilling here. Popped us. Brother was also chilling here. Crouched, walked like that. He got 2, ran away. Brother was also playing on B side, and because the map is so long, he literally played everything. So... Operator super strong on this map because the enemies will try to play mid, and that naturally tends to feel like you're playing default, and default's worst nightmare is an operator. Also, these very early angles, super dangerous. So let's talk about agents now. Which agents should you play? As always, because it's a massive map, you want to play characters that have global presence, that can smoke all the way across the map, that can use util that flies really far, you know, ranges and shit. Oh, also, I heard Sage. I believe Sage can wall. We can test it, but let's quickly talk about the characters real quick. So you want global presence, right? If you play something like Killjoy and you put her alarm bot, I don't know, A, can't even go middle and your alarm bot will just fall. So that's bad. You don't want to do that. You also don't want to play characters like, I mean, Mix and Clove and Brimstone. They basically are forced to play middle, otherwise they're not going to be able to smoke. But if you have someone like Astra, she doesn't really care. So Astra is going to be a better character than that. Although in the middle you can spot some stuff. And there's also this funny angle. And on A side, Sage's wall is actually pretty dangerous. Just walls on the left side and peeks unexpectedly from the left side. All of these enemies can get punished by her. If I had to make one last recommendation as a defender, that would be don't die too early, because it really feels like a defensive map for now until people figure out about the mid part. And if you just die here early in main, like there's this random angle which I'm sure you've already experienced. I've gotten some kills because you can see all the way here. If you die as a defender super early, the worst part for attackers is to pass through all of this nonsense. And if you just die and let them take this fair fight with you, you don't get to experience that. The same thing on B side. It is super hard for enemies to get rid of all of your shenanigans when they get on side. Like, I play Waylay, and I'm like, I know that if we leave an enemy here, it kind of sucks. And then there's these random crossfires here. So I double dash. I go for the stun off of the wall, right? Okay, stun off of the wall. I walk to kill the guy, and then there's a random ass guy playing here, or there's a random chamber peeking me from here. What does that mean for you? Stay alive for a little bit longer than you normally would, and just poke them around. Poke them with off angles, spam them, play passively, I guess, poke them around. And you should probably learn to throw smokes too, which I'm gonna make a separate video, I think, for controller players, but my Clove decided to go for this one way while we were attacking, and that kind of sucked. Thank you for watching. I hope this mini guide helped you. To quickly recap, we go mid as an attacker. If you're a defender, you play in link areas here and here. Always close the door if you're an attacker here, middle, and A side. If you're a defender, try not to die too early. Don't die in mains. And if you're a defender, buy yourself an operator, play dangerous angles, play long range angles, and punish the enemies. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, smash that like, subscribe button. Thank you everyone for watching. Comment down your favorite clip and I'm gonna respond to every single comment. Also, if you're serious about improving in Valorant, you wanna get even better game sense, join the premium tier of my group, link in the description. See you guys tomorrow.